All right, so today we're diving into a fun story. It's called The Gigantic Garden Gnome, and it's one of those like short and sweet narratives that are just perfect for kind of like letting your imagination go a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
perfect for younger listeners for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have the story right here. So it all starts on a really nice spring morning. The sun is shining, and the Johnson family, they're out in their garden, and they are planting a brand new garden gnome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, his name is Gordy,
Mm.
and he's got the classic gnome look, bright red overalls, big white beard,
Ah, yeah.
even a tiny little watering can.
He sounds adorable.
Oh yeah, he's perfect for the garden. But then the next morning, you know, things get a little bit strange.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Jake, one of the kids in the Johnson family, he looks out the window and he sees Gordy drinking from the bird bath.
Okay, that doesn't
Which,
sound too crazy.
you would
Yeah.
think that wouldn't be too strange.
Right.
But Gordy's not small anymore.
Oh.
He's grown to be 10 feet tall.
Whoa.
Yeah, so pretty big gnome.
Yeah, that's a huge gnome.
Yeah, so Jake's first reaction is like, Mom, why is our gnome drinking from the bird bath?
Yeah.
And Gordy just replies, well, I was very thirsty.
Okay.
So it turns out that Gordy wasn't just any ordinary garden gnome.
Uh-huh.
He was enchanted. He had a little bit of magic in him. And every time the garden was watered, Gordy got bigger and bigger.
So every time.
Every time.
Okay. So the more water.
The more water, the bigger he got.
Got it.
So at first, having a giant gnome around was pretty fun for the kids.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
I mean, think about it. He could help with all sorts of things around the garden.
Right.
Like he was big enough to pick up any stray toys. He scared away any raccoons that tried to sneak into the garden.
Yeah.
He even gave the kids piggyback rides.
A 10-foot-tall gnome giving piggyback rides.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It was quite the adventure.
Yeah, I bet.
But as you can imagine, as Gordy kept growing, his size started to become a bit of a problem.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine that.
He got so big that he could barely fit in the garden anymore.
Uh,
He accidentally knocked over the bird bath.
oh, no.
Yeah, big splash. And he even squished a tomato plant.
Oop.
Poor tomato plant.
Yeah. And then to top it all off, he sat down right on top of the sprinkler system.
Oh, no.
Yeah, another oops. But I don't think the flowers were very happy about that.
No, I don't think so either.
So the kids knew that they had to do something.
Yeah.
So they had an emergency garden club meeting
Go ahead.
to come up with ideas to solve this problem.
Love that.
Yeah. So Lily, one of the kids, she wondered if maybe they were just watering the garden too much.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And Max, he had another idea. He thought maybe Gordy just needed a bigger job
Ooh,
somewhere with more space for him.
I like that.
Yeah. So that's exactly what they did.
All right.
The Johnson family found a new home for Gordy at the local community garden,
Okay.
much larger than their own garden.
Makes sense.
Plenty of space for him.
Yeah. And what's interesting is that even though Gordy could help water all the plants at the community garden,
Mm-hmm.
for some reason he didn't grow any bigger there.
Mm-hmm. That is interesting.
Yeah. And he even started to tell really slow, really silly jokes to all the vegetables. I can just imagine a giant gnome whispering funny stories to the carrots and the peas.
Oh, that's so cute.
So yeah, Gordy found a place where he could be really helpful without accidentally squishing anything.
That's good.
And I think the story has a really nice lesson for us.
Okay, what's that?
Sometimes things might grow too big for one place,
Yeah,
but that just means that they're ready to help out in a bigger way somewhere else.
that's a good lesson.
Yeah,
And I like how it applies to Gordy, but also to us, too.
exactly.
Like in our lives.
Yeah, sometimes, things might feel a little too big for where we are,
Yeah,
but maybe that just means it's time for a new adventure,
right.
a place where we can really make a difference.
It's like outgrowing your clothes. They don't fit anymore.
Yeah, you need something new.
You need something new with more room to grow.
Exactly.
I like that. Well, that was a really fun story.
Yeah, it was.
Thanks for exploring it with me.
Of course, my pleasure.
And yeah, thanks to everyone listening for joining us for another deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
See you next time.